Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
It's Tabitha Grisham.
Let me get that updated real quick. Give me 1 second.
I'm scared.
Oh, you're fine. I had it listed as January. I will update that.
I was hoping I can get home.
So we're here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3, 5, and 7 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 20th at 8:30. That'll be in the downtown Superior Court. I will affirm the bond in the warrant. It's a $200 secured bond. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Do you have any questions?
Am I going to be getting released?
So you have a bond. If you can post that bond, you can be released.
I have no way to post a bond. I'm homeless. I got no money, and I'm trying to get my things together. Okay. And I'm trying to get my life together, and it's like I have lost all my paperwork.
So here's what I'm concerned about: is you were placed on probation for the underlying allegations. Your probation officer is reporting that you have not maintained contact.
I lost all my
Nor
paperwork.
does it look like you've completed any of the drug testing requirements under probation.
I know I haven't. That's what I'm saying. I have no paperwork, and it's like
So
the
problem with that though is when you were sentenced to probation, you were provided with all of that paperwork.
I know, but I had lost it all. It
losing-
gets stolen
I
whenever
understand
I'm
that.
homeless.
So losing that paperwork is not a defense to whether or not you actually violated probation.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I am going to affirm that bond. If you can post that bond, you can be released. Otherwise, speak with your attorney. I am appointing you an attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release at the next hearing.
Please. Oh my God, I've been doing so good. That's the thing. I've been doing so good.
And
it's like,
that's something that
my
you'll
son
have to
will
let
be
your
so
attorney know.
disappointed. Let's go.
Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. That's going to be my order today. Grab your paperwork and have
How
a
would
seat.
I post it through a bond?
So you can post that yourself, or you can go through a bonding company. You'll have access to their contact information when you get to process it. Luis Corrales to the podium, and Blaine Sanders to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Luis Fernando Lopez Corrales.
We're here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving burglary tools. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you. I'm setting a non-witness violation hearing on September 20th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that paperwork to your left and take a seat. Blaine Sanders to the podium, and Brianna Eatman to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Blaine Tyler Sanders.
We're here today on a probation violation warrant for violating the terms of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney and set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 20th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond of the warrant. It's a $250 secured bond. That does mean you can use a bonding company if you like. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Do you have any questions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Brianna Eatman to the podium, and Tyree Miller Paulding to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
I'm Brianna Eatman.
We're here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6, 7, 11, and 14 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney and set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 20th at 8:30. That'll be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 today. That does mean you can use a bonding company if you'd like. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork and take a seat. Tyree Miller Paulding to the podium, and Jose Luis Vallejo to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Tyree Miller Paulding.
you. We're here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the Country Meadows Justice Court. It's for a case involving driving with a suspended license, which is a misdemeanor. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you for the issue of bond in this case. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Country Meadows Justice Court on September 18th at 8:30. I am going to set just a placeholder bond in the amount of $50. There was an arrest warrant, but because you're being held on another matter, I want to make sure you get credit for time served on this.
Your Honor, I just paid my bond.
Did you?
I just paid the $5,000 bond, and then as soon as I paid it, they told me I had this warrant. I've been here for 10 months.
I kind of had a feeling that might be the case. I just wanted to make sure you got credit for time served. What I can do is I can go ahead and release you on your own recognizance on this matter.
Thank you.
You'll still have the release conditions and everything of your other case, but if you did post bond, they should release you.
Yeah, I just posted the bond. Today's Thursday.
Perfect. Give me 1 second here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So it's going to change a few things. So because you're not going to be in custody on this matter anymore, I'm no longer appointing an attorney because this is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
So you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire one at your own expense if you'd like.
Okay.
You're still going to have you're going to have a different arraignment hearing date now. It's going to be October 3rd at 8:30.
Okay.
That's still going to be in the Country Meadows Justice Court, though. Okay.
Where's that at?
Let me give you the address will be in your paperwork.
Okay.
But do you want me to? Let me grab that real quick.
Well, if it's in the paperwork, I can read it. If you don't mind.
It's downtown on First Avenue in Madison.
Okay.
Okay. So it's at the downtown court complex.
Thank you.
I am going to also order some release conditions. You're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and I believe you're on parole as well. You must contact your parole officer.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. And officer, we did have to reprint that, so we'll have to get him some new paperwork. Go ahead and take a seat for right now. They'll bring it to you.
Thank you.
I think we just reprint that one. Mr. Vallejo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then can we have Elizabeth Peters to the chair, please? Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Jose Luis Margarito Vallejo.
We're here today on a Justice Court warrant at the Agua Fria Justice Court. It's for a case involving criminal damage, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I'm setting an arraignment hearing on wait a second. The system automatically set that for an August court date, which is obviously not possible. Yeah. So I apologize. I tried to set your hearing in August, and I just saw that. So we're going to get you a new hearing date in just a second. I'm going to go over the remainder of everything with you, and then we'll get you some new paperwork with the correct court date on it, okay? So I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in the Agua Fria Justice Court. I'm going to set a $50 placeholder bond right now because I do understand that you're being held on other matters. If you do end up posting bond or being able to be released on your other cases, you'll just have to post a $50 bond on this one. That's mostly to make sure that you're getting credit for time served on this case. I have to set a nominal bond for that credit to start accruing. If you do post bond and are released on all of your matters, I'm ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. Do you have any questions about that? Okay. All that'll be in your release paperwork. We'll get you in just a second. So go ahead and take a seat, and we'll bring it out to you, okay?
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Elizabeth Peters to the podium. Victor Lopez to the chair, please.
Why are you calling the judge? What are you saying? No, I'm not talking to myself. No, go talk to yourself, okay?
Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Elizabeth Peters.
Thank you. We're here today on Superior Court in new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, criminal damage, 2 counts, Class 1 misdemeanors, 2 counts of assault, Class 1 misdemeanors, and 2 counts of disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanors. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on September 30th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 2nd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. You'll meet with pretrial services. They'll go over their expectations, and then you'll be released. I'm also ordering that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also going to order that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victims, complainants, or witnesses, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Finally, I'm ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim, nor go to the victim's residence, even if you are the owner or renter of that residence. If you do happen to share a common residence with any victim, I am ordering that you find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. If you do need any personal belongings from that location, I will allow what's called one civil standby. Contact the non-emergency number of local law enforcement. They'll escort you to the home to get your belongings and then leave. Finally, I'm ordering that you not initiate any contact with any alleged victim, nor go to the victim's residence for any reason, whether direct or indirect, such as through third parties or social media, nor respond to any contact from any alleged victim. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, all that'll be in your paperwork. I think you can grab that to your left there and take a seat.
Thank you. That's it, right? Yeah. No.
Victor Lopez to the podium. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Victor Lopez,
You were here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I am finding probable cause on both of these allegations, and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on September 30th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 2nd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today the supervision of pretrial services. You'll meet with pretrial services, they'll go over their expectations, and then you'll be released. I am also ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no contact with any listed co-defendants, no weapons, drugs, or driving without a valid driver's license. Do you have any questions?
on my next court hearing, would I, because they didn't, when they arrested me, they didn't, read me my Miranda rights. Do I state that on my next conference?
Yeah, let your attorney know about that. That's definitely something that your attorney's going to want to know. That doesn't necessarily impact the statements today. For today's purposes, they still have to charge you with everything. You've just been arrested on these allegations. But definitely bring that up to your attorney. I'm not holding you today. I'm releasing you to pretrial services, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and take a seat for right now. I think they're still getting your paperwork together.
I'll get to the man.
That's fine. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Summer Warner?
We're here today on a Superior Court new case out of the Manistee Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of trafficking stolen property, a Class 2 felony, and unlawful means of transportation passenger, a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on September 30th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 2nd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today the supervision of pretrial services. So I'll talk with pretrial services, they'll go over their expectations, and then you'll be released.
Thank you.
As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no contact with any listed co-defendant, no possessing any drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid license. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to the left and take a seat.
Thank you.
Dustin Rogers to the podium, and Jeffrey Platcherty to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Dustin Rogers,
Thank you. We're here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Give me one second.
Be quiet.
Everyone in the gallery, can you please make sure to be quiet at this point in time? We can hear everything that you're saying in the courtroom, and it's being picked up by the recording. Thank you. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on September 30th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 2nd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today the supervision of pretrial services. I am also ordering a condition of your release to be drug testing and monitoring. So pretrial services will set that up for you.
Okay.
I'm also ordering that you not initiate any contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, so I will go home today?
Correct.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jeffrey Allen Buchanan.
I apologize for mispronouncing your name. That was not my intention. We're here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court. You were arrested on a warrant for a case involving DUI and drug paraphernalia. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on October 1st at 8:30, and I'm going to release you today on what's called your own recognizance. That's just a promise that you'll appear for the next court date.
Okay.
As a part of your release, I'm ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. Do you have any questions?
What about my other holds?
So if you do have any holds out of any other jurisdictions, I don't have them listed here, but you'll likely see them after this.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Sure.
Mr. Marquez Vega to the podium. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Your Honor. Jamie Carlos Marquez Vega.
Thank you. We're here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. I'm not finding probable cause today. So based on what I was presented by the arresting agency, there is not enough to find probable cause. That doesn't mean that these allegations go away. The state could still charge you with this or something similar down the line, but for today's purposes, I'm not holding you on this. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you, so speak with your attorney about what that means going forward. I am setting a status conference on September 30th at 8:30. That'll be in the downtown Superior Court. There will be no release conditions today because I am not finding probable cause. What I would suggest doing is calling the courthouse before your next hearing to make sure that it's still moving forward. If the state doesn't end up filing any charges, it's possible that that hearing goes away. But do make sure you still appear for that if the hearing is still going forward, or else a warrant would be issued for your arrest.
Okay.
Any questions?
No question.
Okay.
Thank you.
All that'll be in your paperwork to your left. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat.
Thank you.
Any update on Newman? Can I have your name and date of birth one more time?
Richard Timothy Newman.
Thank you. So I did reach out to our warrant processing department, our MCSO's warrant processing department. We did get a confirmation. PEMA is at least saying that they will extradite as of right now. So whenever someone is arrested on a warrant, we have to check with that jurisdiction to see if they're willing to extradite. I don't know if they told the arresting officer something different at the time, but at least as of today, this morning, they're saying they will extradite you.
So I'm held.
So you are held on the bond, yeah.
So they're going to come get me, or?
It says that they will extradite, so they should come and get you. They'll either transport you down to Pima County for that hearing, or they will make you available virtually. I'm unsure what Pima is doing right now. It would probably be easier to be virtual, but that's going to be up to them.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, the remainder of my orders are all the same, so all that'll be in your release paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jesse Fleming, 6.
We're here today on 3 different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of 3 counts of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felonies, and dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony. I'm not finding probable cause to these allegations. The arresting agency did not provide me with enough information. So I am not finding probable cause, and I am not holding you on this case today. I am appointing you an attorney, so speak with your attorney about what that means moving forward. I am going to set a status conference on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. So make sure you do appear for that hearing, or if you're still in custody, they will transport you. We're also here today on a probation violation case, 2 different ones of them. On the first case, I will appoint you an attorney and set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 20th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. And I will be holding you non-bondable on this one for a violation of probation. Finally, we're here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in that case as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 20th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in that case in the amount of $250. But don't post bond in that case because you're being held non-bondable in your other probation matter. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork and take a seat.